Smoking Dank Sinatra, that's all gas. On the hunt in the tall grass. Intercepting every ball pass, then I run it back, that's a TD. Check the scoreboard, y'all last. We up one, you see me. Pussy niggas wanna talk about it, go to Hellcat, no demon. I be politicking on your broadcast at the red carpet like the famous homie. Ask your bitch, really famous homie, and you know it's in me. It ain't on me. So creative like I made Adobe. I've been balling like I played with Kobe.
What's the deal? What's the deal? We back again. PolitiKan the podcast live Wednesday nights. Getting it in right after the NBA playoffs, man. Jimmy Butler just pulled it off. Miami takes game one. Jason Tatum, he said he's one of the best in the world. Don't be coming out saying stuff like that and then coming out and having games like this. But let's get to these topics, man. First, we're going to get to the Ja Morant story, man. We got to get to the Ja Morant story. After that, Lakers versus Nuggets. Nuggets won. Lakers had a strong showing in the second half. The Laker fans are saying, oh, we already figured them out. The series was going to be over in 5. Lakers, even though they lost, Laker fans are very confident. And let's get to the NFL. We had Ezekiel Elliott, man. He got cut by the Cowboys. They said that they was going to bring him back on a lower deal. And it looks like that is not the case. He will not be brought back to Dallas. So he is sitting out there without a team. Power. 50 Cent has power. Every year, there's a leak of power for one of the final episodes. This year, it got even worse because it was a leak of episode 9 and 10. So the last 2 episodes of 50 Cent's Power Book 2 Ghost series, episode 9 and 10 is leaked, and a lot of the actors are coming out and saying that the leaks are fake and that you should still watch it on Stars just so that you could, they could still retain their ratings. And we all know Fox fired Tucker Carlson. He's going to be taking his show to Twitter, and he was the biggest voice as far as the far-right Republican Party. And now, with no replacement for him, the Democrats have a stronghold on the mainstream media. So all we're going to be getting is Democratic propaganda going forward. What's the deal? What's the deal?
What's good? What's good? NBA play is hot.
I know. Before we get to this playoffs, though, man.
Are we recording?
We live.
Oh, it says schedule.
When you need to update your Wi-Fi, man. I don't know what you on. All right, but let's get to this first topic, man. So we already know Ja Morant got caught with the gun. What was that? A little over 2 months ago on social media in Denver nightclub with his shirt off, flashing a pistol. And now he's caught in his homeboy's passenger seat, turning up to the new NBA Youngboy song, flashing the pistol. And his homeboy seen it and tried to lower the camera to try to avoid the scenario, but it didn't happen fast enough. So what's your thoughts on this Ja Morant situation? And what do you think the league is going to do to Ja after this?
Man,
I think.
Go ahead, y'all. You good?
Could we say Gilbert Arenas? No, too early for that. I mean, we got little Gilbert Arenas over here. He about to either be suspended. Me personally, I don't think 8 games is really anything. That was just a slap. That was first of all. This one, I can see him being suspended for half the season, if not a whole season, with a hefty fine, because they ain't playing with him this time. They gave him the slap on the wrist, and then this time you did it again. And I'm just like, I'm glad you said what you said, Caleb, because I was like, dang, what about the people that you hanging out with? And why you always got to go live with a gun? I just don't get it. But if your boy, I thought before his boy wasn't trying to save him, but I guess his boy tried to save him by moving the camera so the gun won't be in the camera. But why are you always flashing guns in lives? I just don't get it. John Moran is one of the best up and coming talents in the NBA. Reminds me of Derrick Rose before the injuries, but I would take a Derrick Rose with an injury than somebody that's about to get himself kicked out of the league because he can't follow policy and not flash a gun in a live. Keep in mind, there was allegations of him red beaming other franchises.
Oh, I forgot all about that. He did do that in the parking lot. Pulled up, rolled the window down, and red dotted somebody.
Like, so you red dotting people, a gun. You go into Foot Locker and supposedly defending your mama in Foot Locker with 8 goons. You got a lawsuit against you because you broke somebody's phone and other stuff. Like, what is the... I have no idea what's going on with John Morant right now. I just think he needs more than a mentor. I think he needs the right people around him. And the people around him right now is not helping him out. And if his daddy likes sitting courtside, you need to pull your son to the side and be like, listen, nigga, listen. We got to change some things.
Yes, sir.
I think the why is important in a way. As y'all had a very good take. You know, a lot of people have the same take as, you know, maybe the people around them ain't right or they not doing it. But, you know, as we all know, man, I mean, everything is speculation. Nobody knows what really is going on with John Morant or his family or the people around him. It's speculation. None of us know. We're not there. So it's really hard to say that the people around him, you know, we know we got some people in our family that no matter who talk to them, they just don't fucking listen. So this could possibly be just John Morant not listening. I mean, people could be talking to him. They say he comes from a good family. You know what I'm saying? His dad, you know, wasn't no bum. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it looks like he comes from a pretty decent situation. So maybe they have talked to him. Maybe the little motherfucker just don't listen. So, you know, it's really goofy of him to be doing this. You know, let me start off by let me say that it's really goofy. You just got in trouble for this shit 2 months ago. Came out and did an interview with Jalen Rose on ESPN talking about I gotta make better choices. And I went to not rehab, but I went to I'm gonna go to counseling or some shit he was talking about. And, you know, said all the right things. And to have a video come out like this again for the second time, Ja. Now, I defended Ja on the first one, like, man, y'all need to get off that brother. He young, he's stupid, he made a dumb mistake. Leave it alone. Woo, woo. I thought people came down to him too hard on the first one. But when you keep doing shit and you got repeated offenses, it makes it hard for a nigga to come vouch for you, bro. Like, that was dumb as fuck. You know what I'm saying? John Moran is going to be suspended for probably 50 games to start. You know, all his endorsements they're going to not fuck with his endorsements going to leave. You know, Memphis might not want to deal with him as a star and might trade him, might dip him off or something, might get him out of there. Who want to deal with somebody that literally derailed their chances of winning the championship with his bullshit? That the momentum that Memphis lost when John went through that was the reason why they lost. A huge reason why they lost to the Lakers in the first place, because that team was off. My last point, real quick, I'm gonna say, on the flip side to that, I did just see a picture of the Clippers one Chris Kaman, you know, floating around the internet showing mad guns, pointing guns at the camera, and nobody said nothing about that. Now I hear people saying, "Oh, it's different because he was at a gun shop and he was at his house." Ja was in a car. Y'all act like he was out there pointing guns at people and going to in stores in public. He was in a car. So stop making it a difference because the motherfucker is white. People always want to say, yeah, it has nothing to do with race. Yes, it does have everything to do with race, because nobody said nothing about that. White boy pointing the gun at the camera. Nobody said shit about that. I don't care where he's at. Why are you pointing the gun at the camera? Who are you trying to scare? What is the fucking difference, America? Stop being biased and tell me what the difference really is. I know it's his black motherfucking skin. Fuck out of here.
I think that because it was accompanied with hip hop music and how they view us as entertainment and hip hop, I think that why they look at it differently. They're saying, "Oh, he's at a hunting range, and those are hunting rifles, and he's purchasing his weapon legally." But has he been brought up on any charges? Has he done anything illegal? That means that his firearms are legal and everything that he is doing is fully legal. So there is no difference between what he's doing and what Chris Kaman was doing because they're both legal acts and they're both registered have their firearms registered. Yes. So the cry on Black Twitter today was selective outrage. It's crazy how the media has selective outrage and they get to pick and choose when a black guy does some shit. Oh, it's, you know what I'm saying? Right. That Kanye bar, what? Right. We could do the same crime.
Right.
But Brandon gonna get 2 years and we're gonna get 15.
And this ain't in K. That ain't bullshit we're talking. Look it up. These are the statistics. We statistically get more time for doing the same shit. Statistically. Like, we statistically don't get jobs of when we have the same credentials as our white counterpart. We don't get the job more times than not. This is by stats. Like, this ain't bullshit we're talking. Like, there's no difference in that. JJ Redick said it. I'm glad JJ Redick had a segment on it. He said, "Y'all didn't do nothing illegal." You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all want to shove the book at this kid, but what did he do illegal? Did he try to kill somebody? Did he put the gun in somebody's face? And I mean, I understand. We get it. He shouldn't have did that. But the motherfucker he was on his Instagram live in his car and showed a gun. Like, y'all, America see a black guy do that and they act like he went and tried to murder the fucking world. If everybody don't calm the fuck down and stop acting like this kid is he's dumb. Yes, he's young and dumb. Yes, he's young and dumb like a lot of us are. Were all of us making the best decisions at 23? Fuck no. I want somebody to get on this podcast and lie and tell me they was making all the good right decisions at 23 years old with millions of dollars in your pocket. Come on,
but there's an agenda. You see, the first thing that they're gonna do is crazy because I'm the black guy at my job. I'm like the highest position black guy. So anytime it's a problem with a black associate, what do? They go get the black guy. And at first, you know, I felt offended about it. Like, oh, this is some bullshit. But then on the second hand, I turn around and I'm on this side of it. And now I'm like, please come get me when you're dealing with my people. Because if you don't, then no one is going to look out for them. Yes. And they're going to get done wrong. So on the other side, when I was on this other side, I'm like, man, that's hella racist that they go get the black guy. But now that I am the black guy, I'm like, please go get the black guy. Please come get me when you got a situation. Let me be in that room when you're doing that review. Because if I'm not, then he has no chance. I think that a lot of the people are saying, oh, well, they trying to get the black media to derail him no. Again, the black media is trying to reach this motherfucker and say, hey, bro.
Right.
Stop that shit, bro. Listen. Somebody, he got to listen to somebody. That's why Jalen Rose did that interview, because it's like, nigga, I did it. You know where I'm from. I'm really from there.
Right.
So when you acting like you from,
I'm there.
I was in the club with BMF for real.
Right. Facts.
So it's like
Jalen was a goon.
So, you know what I'm saying? It's different when it's like a Stack Jack giving you, advice. He caught a body at 23 while in the NBA.
Come on.
But they said the black media is being used to talk negatively and to perpetuate. No, the black media is being used to try to reach this young man so that he don't blow this opportunity.
Right, that part. And he got to listen. You got to listen to these old dogs. Now, everybody feel for you. You 23, bro. And niggas ain't looking down at you for doing stupid shit. Like I said, we all did stupid shit. So the point is, do less stupid shit, bro, because you have an opportunity to create generational wealth for your family, man. You can create generational wealth for your family, starting with you. You probably are first generation 100 millionaire. and going to be a first generation damn near billionaire if you play your cards right. So please, man, stop doing the goofy shit and listen and get back to basketball.
Yes, sir. Now let's move on to some basketball talk, because game one with the Denver Lakers series was crazy, man. Denver scored 72 points in the first half. The Lakers scored 72 points in the second half. Last second, man, Jokic hit a three at the end of the third quarter. It was one of the ugliest shots I ever seen, but it was wet. Right in Anthony Davis' face. Anthony Davis walked away laughing like he couldn't believe he made that shit. Like, Jokic is something different, man. He's a different beast. Denver grabbed game one. The reason why they won these last two series is they snatched the home court advantage, winning game one versus Memphis and winning game one versus the Dubs. Now that Denver has won game one, we head to game two tomorrow. What is your prediction for this series?
Well, I think this series, I mean, being non-biased, looking at watching the Lakers over this last month, Pelinka did a great job with some trades, man, because the Lakers were trash when we were clowning them. They were actually trash before these trades. They were super trash. And the emergence of Austin Reeves, bringing on D'Angelo Russell, Schroeder's off the bench instead of being in the starting role. Hachimura has been fantastic. Vanderbilt, the Lakers have a good team. AD.
I don't know. He went out. Probably got a phone call.
Hello? Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, sorry about that. Somebody called me. AD, when he's healthy, he's probably the most dominant defensive player on the court when he's healthy. I mean, he changes stuff so much. The Lakers are legit good. You know what I mean? LeBron, he's able to get to his spots in spurts. So I think it's going to be a good series. But what I think the difference is in these two, with this one series and the first two the Lakers faced, the advantage they have was AD. He didn't have to play defense on anybody one-on-one. There was no threat in the middle for him to have to stick. So he was able to roam and be that defensive guy that's clogging up the lanes and stopping penetration. So AD changed both of those series. He was the MVP of those series for that. This series is different. There's Jokic. So they still can go with that, but Jokic is going to kill Hachimura. Whoever else you put on him, they have no shot at guarding Jokic. So the Lakers are going to have to put AD back on Jokic because he's going to be the best. Jokic is going to go for 50 if they don't. And Jokic could dominate the game like that. So I think it's very dangerous. Michael Porter Jr. is a great shooter and a great player. Bron is going to have to play defense on him. I think Austin Reeves and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is a good matchup, one individual matchup. They're both good defensive players. They both can score. So whoever wins that matchup is going to be key. But I think Jamal Murray will dominate D'Angelo Russell, and that's going to be the difference. Jamal Murray is that dude. If y'all remember from the bubble, how he was hooping, putting up those 50 balls and all the clutch jumpers. Jamal Murray is that nigga, no doubt. So Jamal Murray is going to be the difference, I think, in this series, along with Jokic. And I think Denver will win this series in 6 or 7 games. Los Angeles hasn't lost at home in the playoffs. Neither has Denver. I think both teams sweep their home games, and then Denver comes back and get theirs, and Denver might finish them off in LA. If not, they'll finish them off in Denver. Denver in 6 or 7.
I just want to chime in real fast. Did y'all see D'Lo shooting after the game? Is the game over? It's too late, nigga. You already lost, man. Take your ass to the hotel, get some rest, and bring it back, man. Show up to the next game early. Don't stay after.
Right.
And he's going to stay after. And what the hell happened to Malik Beasley? He just completely disappeared. Go ahead, y'all.
Austin Reeves.
I heard the famous homie, but I ain't listening to him. I'm biased as hell. I'm always going to stay biased. Listen, Denver, bring out the broom. Yeah, I'm saying it. I'm just saying it to say it. Do I believe it? No. But I'm being biased as hell right now. Yes, Denver's sweeping these boys, man. They getting swept. You know what? Hey, Mayor, hit me up after y'all get swept, bro. Like, maybe you come back to the podcast. You haven't been on a podcast in a while, But are they really going to get swept? Probably not. That ain't going to happen. I think the difference maker is Jamal. Jamal Murray is the difference maker. The Lakers got as far as they did last time because they didn't have to. He was injured. Like, people were forgetting this dude was injured. And Denver got deeper. So they added him back. Do I want Denver to win? I don't care who wins. It better be Denver. It better be Boston. It better be the Heat. Longest is not that purple and gold. I don't care who wins. Just beat them boys. I don't care if they traded the whole team. You know, hey, y'all got all the facts by the famous homie. You ain't getting nothing but biasness over here. And biasness ain't even a word. Listen, I don't care if freaking Jordan was in his prime and he was a Laker. They ain't winning nothing. I don't care. They can get whoever they want. LeBron James ain't taking them nowhere. I hope they get swept. And that's all I got to say. I don't got nothing like Lakers going to take them to game 7. Hell no. They're going to get swept. And then once they don't get swept, then I'm going to say they're going to lose it in 5. Whatever the case may be, they losing. Please. But on the last note, before I let it go, my question to all the Laker fans out there, when y'all beat Golden State, with everybody knowing Golden State weren't on the same page because Jordan Poole didn't even show up, right? He's still back in practice where he got punched in his face. Y'all were all over the internet. This is why I don't like Laker fans. Y'all be all over the internet when y'all win.
Mm-hmm.
But when y'all lose,
y'all
disappear, or y'all got, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? We don't need that game. All we got to do is get one. All we got to do is get one. Well, you about to get swept. Get the broom.
Hey, I think I got Denver in 6. I think that is gonna go 6. I think the Lakers, they gonna make some adjustments. Darvin Ham and Rob Pelinka have salvaged this Lakers series. If you see LeBron was the reason that the Lakers actually lost that game because his ass came down, and Austin Reeves was handling the ball, but for some reason LeBron wanted to handle the ball this time, and he came down, and without waiting for a screen, calling the play, initiating, trying to drive, do anything, he just jacked up a 3-point shot and bricked that motherfucker. And they got the ball back, made the free throws, and the game was over. So that dumbass shot was the actual reason why the Lakers lost. If you see in the fourth quarter, they went to Lonnie Walker. They went to Austin Reeves. You know, D'Lo hit some big shots in some of these games. They're going to everybody but LeBron James in the clutch moments. So that should tell you that the coach even understands the LeBron James that he has on his team right now. So y'all want Anthony Davis to be your Lord and Savior, and I just don't see Anthony Davis carrying y'all to a championship. LeBron don't got it no more. He can't carry you to a championship. LeBron is a front runner. He needs to get out early and get his stats early. He's having big first, second quarters, but where's his big fourth quarter?
Right.
Most of his stat line is coming in the first and second quarter.
Right.
So I think that, you know, with that being said, LeBron James, I mean, Darvin Ham, man, made a great adjustment, putting Hachimura, letting Anthony Davis float, you know, and they shut down Jokic that second half. Got out in transition from the mistakes and got out on the run, you know, and made a comeback. So, you know, that was Darvin Ham's coaching his ass off. He outcoached Steve Kerr. Memphis, they was just in some bullshit. Dylan Brooks was on some shit. And
I don't think he outcoached Steve Kerr. If you look at it, the Warriors, Klay Thompson went cold. He missed every single open shot. Yeah, they had the same open looks. Klay Thompson just went cold. If Klay Thompson wasn't cold as he was, he was cold the last 3-4 games. He didn't do shit besides game 2. He was like 3 for 20 every game. If Klay Thompson plays like Klay Thompson, that's a different series. So I don't think he got out coached.
I only say that because of game one. With the pivotal game one and you allowing the Lakers to win that game, that's ultimately the thing that got you beat.
Yeah, winning game one was key, but
Yeah.
I don't
but then they went and they won at home, and now you 3-1, and every game you face an elimination game now because you gave up game one. So now every game is win or go home. Now it's different pressure. At that last second when Jordan Poole cocked up that shot, you called an isolation play for Steph Curry. They double Curry. Everybody else was just standing around. Poole gets the ball and shoots a damn near half quarter and misses. That right there was on the coach to me. You could have came with a better strategy. That play ended up being the worst position that your team could be in. It wasn't successful, and you end up losing that first game. You let Darvin Ham out coach you. And then when you let Lonnie Walker come in and beat you, I know you just gotta let him shoot.
Yeah,
but he beat you.
To your credit, like you said about LeBron, he doesn't have these big fourth quarters or these big second halves. If you remember, Lonnie Walker is the reason why they won game 4? One of those games in LA.
It was game 3.
Played out of his mind. Like, he's never played that great in his entire life. He played out of his mind, and he saved the Lakers in that game because nobody else was doing shit in the fourth quarter. So that's where I get scared with the Lakers. They have these dry spells on offense. Like, you're not going to get – I love Austin Reeves, but he's not going to get 23 every night. Okay, he's not doing that. AD scored 40 and had 10 rebounds. He had a great game. LeBron had a great game, 25, 9, and 10 or something like that. And, that Hachimura had a great game, 17 points. Are you going to really get this type of production from the Lakers every night? They did all of this and still lost. So I'm saying I think Denver took the Lakers' best punch and still won. So I think Denver is feeling extra confident because AD's not getting 40 a night. He's not going to play no greater than that. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get a better performance. And this ain't the bubble. You got to remember, you have to win in Denver. The Lakers got to win in Denver, right? They got to win in Denver. That mile-high weather, this ain't the bubble. You got to actually win on the road. And so I think that's the difference between these series.
And the last thing, we're talking about LeBron. If y'all can refresh my memory or not, I ain't never seen LeBron have a closing bone in his body.
Kyrie hit the shot. Ray Allen hit the shot. D-Wade hit the shot.
Yep.
Everybody hit the shot.
AD hit the shot.
AD hit the shot. Rondo hit the shot.
I mean, yeah. He's not that guy when it comes to closing. He's not LeBron anymore. He only scores, if you look at LeBron's game, he's still pretty smart how he gets his buckets. Whenever he has a mismatch, he always calls for the screen to get the little guy on him. He backs the little guy down and he scores on the little guy, or he pulls up and he hits that little 15-foot fadeaway. LeBron, if you look at his game, he don't go out there and just take anybody off the dribble, or he don't have that in his bag. He has to get mismatches, and he does a very good job of that. So that's the only time he can really attack is when he get the smaller guy on him or the center on him, and he's able to go around him. That's what LeBron does.
Mm-hmm. So let's get to the NFL, man. So the NFL, the draft just happened. Mini camps about to open up, and the OTAs, and we're gonna start getting preseason. And football's right around the corner, man. So now that rosters are finalizing, man, Ezekiel Elliott, the running back from the Dallas Cowboys, he signed that big record contract. He was real close with Jerry Jones, but we already seen what happened with Dez Bryant. So you already should have seen this coming, because Dez Bryant got that big paycheck and then got cut just like he did. But it was rumors that they were going to bring him back after the draft on a lower tier contract, and that he was slated to return to Dallas on a different contract. But now that the draft is over, the Dallas Cowboys are saying, no, we are not bringing him back. He has lost a step, and we are not interested in bringing Ezekiel Elliott back. So now he is without a job. Many GMs say that he has gotten fat, slow, and the injuries have taken a toll on him. His numbers has taken huge drops. And will there be a spot in the NFL for Ezekiel Elliott this year?
Ezekiel Elliott in his prime was one of the most.
No, I put it up.
I don't even want to just say talented.
You can
He was an amazing force when he was in his prime. Like you look at the dude, 5-6 years ago, back in 2018, 2017, around that time, you looking at him like, damn, could this be the next? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he was looking like he was about to be that next sensation. And Dallas was looking nice. That was back when I was rooting for him, and it's been a pretty quick fall from grace for Ezekiel Elliott. The average running back career is 5 years. So it's been 5 years. So he's looked like he's declined pretty fast. He didn't take care of his body. And he's not the Ezekiel Elliott that we saw back when he was doing the feed me, when he was getting first downs in Dallas 5-6 years ago. So do I think he can get a spot? I think he can, just because of his name. He's always going to get an opportunity. But if he's fat, slow, and out of shape, I can't imagine him getting any playing time or even keeping his spot on the NFL roster for the duration of the whole season. So I hope he do. I was a fan for a minute when, you know what I'm saying, back then. He's a fantastic talent in his prime, but he got to get his ass in shape and shit if he has any chance on, being a part of any team in the NFL.
Man, come to Seattle. We take him. We need a running back. Ever since Marshawn Lynch is gone. Hey, man, ever since Marshawn Lynch left, and we haven't had it, everybody sucks. They either get injured. So I take a fat guy over an injured guy. But other than that, well, it's hard to say that nowadays. Like, oh, he should find a spot. I mean, it's kind of sort of, if he was a white guy with the same name, I could say that. Like, yeah, he'll find a spot. But once your time is done in the NFL as a brother, it's hard for you to get back. I mean, I know Cam Newton was still better than some of these other quarterbacks that were still playing in the game, and he ain't never got back into the league. And they over here they saying that, he a problem in the locker room and everything like that. So we shall see what happens, but hopefully he gets back into the NFL and gets some kind of job. Some team needs him, and I know my Seahawks do.
I think that he gonna get first week, probably within the. Hold on. Oh shit! My camera died.
Oh, it did.
I thought my phone was charging this whole time. It ain't. My shit did.
Y'all do it in the dark, baby.
It's just a black screen. Like I was saying, though, man, I think that with Ezekiel Elliott, he'll find a team probably mid to late season. He's gonna probably get on a contender that gets an injury and just needs a stopgap while their star player comes back from injury. And then he might get a couple touches or a little bit of burn and some short yardage situations in the playoffs. But I think he'll definitely find a spot. But it's definitely going to be for like a veteran minimum. And it's going to be a 1-year contract for sure.
Do the Jets have a running back?
I don't know who the Jets got. Honestly, I know they got Aaron Rodgers. So I don't think
with Aaron Rodgers.
I don't think that they're going to just put him with no Aaron Rodgers.
They're going to do whatever it takes.
I think that they're going to get a bunch of young dudes to ride with Aaron Rodgers, and that's it. Like I don't think they want no old niggas to be with no Aaron Rodgers. They got enough old niggas with Aaron Rodgers himself.
He go to the Raiders, sorry ass. That's what he needs to do.
Yes, sir. So let's get to this power, man. So y'all hear about these power leak, man. So do y'all watch Power Book Ghost?
Yes, sir.
Some of you
Faithfully.
you don't watch that?
I haven't
Hey,
even seen the first one.
That shit is hard as fuck.
pull your black card out and
We both
go ahead, leave it on the table, my boy.
Whoa! I watch my Snowfall and BMF, but
Well, if
I
you
don't
watch
watch
Snowfall,
Snowfall.
you'll love that.
If
You'll love Power.
it's better than
It's
Snowfall.
better than Snowfall for sure.
I don't know about the Ghost one, but the original Power is better than Snowfall. So you like Snowfall, you got to check out the Power series. But I read 50 Cent's book, man, with Robert Greene, the 50th Law. And one thing he talked about was when he did his deal with Stars, he took a low deal when he could have got more money from a different network. He went to Stars because Stars was a dying network, and he knew that he could be the premier show and the premier producer on that network if he went in. So he took a lower tier deal, got Stars, took a short-term deal for low money, blew up Stars, and then with Power, and now he has a whole universe, and that was the whole plan in the first place. He didn't want to go somewhere and get a one-off. He wanted to go somewhere where he can build a whole universe. But now that he has built this universe and has multiple shows, every time a series finale comes around, all of a sudden there's a leak, and it comes out before it's supposed to. And this is about the fourth year in a row, but it's usually just one episode, not the finale. This one was episode 9 and 10. So the last two episodes of this series has been leaked. What are y'all thoughts on this leak? The actors are coming out and saying that the leaks are fake, and they're trying to get us to support when it actually comes out. And I've seen leaks, and they hella good, so the leaks better not be fake. The motherfucker leaks better. You better not change that story, because you change the story and you do some weak shit, I'm gonna be hot. So what are y'all thoughts on these leaks, man? 50 Cent's status with Stars, and what shit to do show going forward if all the finales are gonna get leaked, and you're never gonna get the numbers and the ratings that you're truly gonna get, so you can never really truly gauge how successful this show is. What's your thoughts?
You better do a Goosebumps. Remember the old Goosebumps where it's like, go through this door if you want to, and this is the storyline. Go through this door if you want to, and this is the storyline. Sounds like 50 Cent got to start doing that. Got to start doing that, Curtis, because somebody getting paid. If all your stuff keep getting leaked, that ain't an inside job. Somebody just leaking all your stuff. Or maybe I don't see him leaking it himself. I don't see what he gets to gain out of that.
Now let me chime in on that, because also in the book, he talked about his second album. After the success of his first album, he had the second album ready to go, and the label wasn't ready to put it out. But guess what he did? He leaked it to the bootleggers and bootlegged it himself. And after it was released, then the label had to succumb and actually give him a release date. So in his book, he actually states that he has used this tactic before. And he keeps talking about how he's dissatisfied with Stars, and he went to Stars specifically to manipulate and get his universe brought to fruition. So do you think that these leaks are fake, or do you think that this is just a ploy by 50 Cent? Because that is the real question.
Well, answer my question. At first, I was maybe it's somebody leaking it, and what does he got to gain off of it? Well, there goes the answer right there. He's just taking a page out of his own book, and
literally,
it may not even matter to him, because he went to a dying network anyway. So to him, even if it gets leaked out, he already won in the situation. So,
I mean, 50, we got to remember who 50 Cent is. 50 Cent is a marketing genius. he wasn't that great of a rapper if you go by, lyrically, and he know how to put a song together, and he knows how to write hits, songs for the club. So he did what he did. But if you're looking at bars and lyrics and all this, 50, that wasn't his forte. 50's more of a marketing genius, and he's smart. I don't know if everyone knows, but how he got into the game is after he got into it with Ja and got stabbed, by Ja Rule and him. 50 put out a diss song to the industry before he got on. It was called How to Rob. And he name dropped damn near every rapper in the game. Every rapper in the game. If you listen to that song, How to Rob, he went and dissed everybody in the game, including Jay-Z. So being signed by Dr. Dre and M wasn't no coincidence. And then Jay-Z on his album in 2001, Volume 3, he dropped the line, I'm about $1. What the fuck is 50 Cent? So rappers start taking notice, and when all publicity is good publicity, when people start talking about you, then you're going to sing. So 50 did that song, signed with M and Dre, and became the biggest hip hop artist in America. So 50 is smart. Hell yeah, this is a ploy by 50. Them leaks ain't fake. Like Kay said, they was damn good. I watched both of them. And you know what I'm saying? I watched them back to back in the middle of the night. You know what I'm saying? The homie sent it to me. Shout out to Jay. He sent it to me, and I watched them, and I think if he has them watching these leaks, Stars gets less viewership. So the actors are coming out. Oh, watch it is fake. They want Stars to get that viewership, but it's too late. You can't change nothing. That's gonna look super suspect. I don't think. How can it be fake? It was the actual actors, right? It was the actual storyline, right? What the fuck is fake about it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would someone put out some fake that's not going to damage its reputation because it's a great series? So I think they're real. They're very real. 50, thank you for giving us the blueprint as a future filmmaker, aspiring filmmaker myself. I see you, and thank you for giving us the blueprint. But he's smart as hell. Stars with money. The whole series changed when James St. Patrick, Amari Harper's character, got killed. He was one of the biggest stars in TV series history, and it was over money. He felt he wasn't getting enough money, and walked away from the series. So 50, he feel the same way with Stars. Like, y'all ain't. I done revived y'all network and got everybody watching y'all shit with not only Power and BMF, because that's 52. That's not his story, but he the one bought it to them. So he done revived y'all whole network and got y'all booming. And y'all ain't paying this man. So I applaud 50 Cent for being the strategic businessman he is. He's always been that. He's always been a strategic businessman. 50 Cent always wins. He ended Ja Rule's career with their beef. Game didn't shut his career down. Game dissed the fuck out of him. 50 went into movies and vitamin water for $300 million. And 50's a winner. So I applaud 50, and I hope, he gives stars what they deserve, because the episode was good as fuck. So y'all better not change shit.
And this is why I read books, though, man, because they hide information in books. And if I didn't have read this book, then I wouldn't have that insight, and we wouldn't be in class right now. Class is in session because we understand 50's mentality because of a book. And this information is out there, you know what I'm saying? So I think I advise y'all the 50th Law by Robert Greene. He has another one. I forgot the name of it. The Law of Power or something like that. But both of 50 Cent's books, man. Go ahead and grab them. Go ahead, y'all. Final thoughts on this.
All I'm going to say is Stars better watch out. He's going to do a Kanye West to him next. He's going to be like, if I don't get this many ratings, even though the leak came out, I'm retiring.
Mm-hmm. Hey, but Kanye did it because he got Adidas dropped him, but guess what? But guess what? They got to sell they're not going to make any new designs, but they got to sell the shit that they already produce. And because he has the intellectual property, they can't sell it without him. So Adidas had to come back, and guess what he got? A 50-50 deal.
Mm.
So now he going to get even more money off of this shit, and then he could keep his old designs and produce them himself.
Exactly.
So everybody was telling Kanye, saying Kanye was crazy, but I was the one on this show saying, no, Kanye is doing exactly what he fucking wants to do. Did he lose his wife doing it? Yeah, but nobody wanted to keep that bitch anyway.
Exactly. He didn't lose on that one.
You know what I'm saying? She did my boy Reggie Bush wrong, man.
Yeah, she did. And Ray J too.
I mean, Ray J was just Ray J. He wildin'.
He should have got paid for that tape because
Yeah.
So she owed him a bag.
Yeah, she do for sure.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
let's get to this last topic, man. So you already know, man, the famed newscaster, the number one newscaster in America, the newscaster for all the Republicans, Tucker Carlson, got fired from Fox after the defamation lawsuit. And now he has taken his show to Twitter. So now he will be coming back with his show, and his show will be on Twitter, no longer on any major network, no longer on any platform. And he says that because he can go on Twitter and he can be unfiltered and he can own his own intellectual property. And that is the key to wealth growing forward in this new landscape. Is everything is going to ideas. Like, for instance, we were just talking about power. 50 Cent owns the intellectual property to Power. So if anybody wants to create a new Power show or create a spinoff of Power or do anything accompanied with Power, guess what? They have to pay 50 Cent for his intellectual property, your IP. So Tucker Carlson is choosing to own his IP, go the independent route, and he will be producing his own show on Twitter. What are y'all thoughts on this? And what that does is it takes away the Trojan horse from the Republican media, and now the Democrats have a stronghold on all mainstream media. Fox News is in the trash, and now everybody is watching CNN, watching MSNBC, and now all those ratings are being transferred over to the Democratic Party's main shows. So now all you see is the Democrats and praise for Biden and Harris and boo to Trump. What's your thoughts on Democrats taking hold of the mainstream media by getting Tucker Carlson out of here?
Strong play. I mean, politicians, it seems that they play a game of chess. They play a game of political chess. You know, to get things swung in their way, you know, around election time or when election time is approaching, whether it's, you know, trying to steal a state or turn a red state to a blue state or a blue state to a red state, you know, trying to sway people's views or trying to, you know, push their own, you know, propaganda. They always figure out a way to, you know, make a chess move. So I think this is a great chess move for the Democrats. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? I won't go there, but I will say I don't know if that's good or bad necessarily. I guess it depends on who you are. But we gonna see. You know, it does give them a stronghold with that chess move that they made. So independence, I mean, all around. I mean, people are doing that. That's the way to go. You know, censorship. People aren't liking censorship. People, you'll go to Twitter and you see whatever the fuck you want. So Twitter is not censoring shit. So, you know, of course that fits. But the Democrats, yeah, they made a major move. They made a major chess move. So we gonna see if it's good or bad.
I would say, I think of it like, well, we live in California anyway, so you're not like, they talk about Biden more than they talk about any other party anyway, because you're in California. And then when you go to, well, it used to be when you go to Arizona, they would talk about, at that time, they were talking about Trump more, right? But I think of it like this. He went to, shout out to Elon Musk, because, I mean, he's helping out his platform, right? And at the end of the day, Twitter is internet. So he may end up reaching a lot more people than what you're getting on mainstream TV, because a lot of times, a lot of people nowadays don't have mainstream TV, but they have a Twitter, they have an Instagram, they have all these kind of platforms. I mean, Instagram alone has over 1 billion active members. So I don't think TV ratings is hitting 1 billion active people watching it. I mean, everybody got Hulu. I mean, we got stuff like that. Ain't a lot of people nowadays aren't really tuning into mainstream news like that. So if you could take over the internet, maybe that's the move that the Republicans are trying to do. Let's start on.
Well, let me touch on that, because when you're talking about what Ronnie talked about is the election time. So when you got to have a target audience, and you do advertising, so you understand, you make stuff specifically for a target audience. And when we're talking about the far right, we're talking about the old white people in America. And the old white people in America still got cable, still turn to the news channel every day, still read the newspaper every morning. They're still the same. And that's the target audience that was Tucker Carlson's core audience. So now they still gonna turn the news on, but now that they don't like Fox News, now they're turning to CNN, now they're turning to MSNBC, now they're tuning in to the Democratic heavy agenda channels. So now you sway some of these older white Republicans to turn blue. Now you could win some of these swing states that we're referring to in this election. So it's definitely a big chess
But
move.
what if?
And
But what
it's
if?
working.
What if that one that you lose, you end up gaining 3 young heads?
Yeah, but if the young heads aren't out, the young heads are specifically in specific demographics. There's not a big thing of young people in the middle of Missouri. We all in California, and that's we already blue, and we ain't turning red. And no way, no who Republican, we not gonna turn red. So they're going for the demographics where it's farms, where there's not a lot of young people in these small hick towns.
Right, exactly, and it's just frustrating to look at this, because as a person who really don't trust the politician world, I think it's just growing up a Democrat. You grow up and realize that, okay, Democrats are full of shit. Like, I can't support this, but you hear all this bad stuff about Republicans. I can't support that either, because the meat of them are the rich stay rich, and I can't support that shit. The rich stay rich and the poor stay poor, and I can't support no bullshit ass beliefs or something that's going to continue to push that wealth gap. So I can't support them either. So it's hard to watch this, because that's why I said I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, because Democrats are full of shit too. So at the end of the day, it's just all of none of them don't do shit for us. So I can't. It doesn't benefit black people at all. So it's really frustrating to watch this shit.
I mean, politics as usual, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just another day in politics. We still ain't got a budget. We still broke as hell. They still about to drop the Fed down in 2 months from now, and the country still dropped the dollar. They ain't brought the dollar back. They dropped it for good. The economy's in the trash. Inflation's up. They got a different holiday every month to try to sell you some shit. Mother's Day, now Memorial Day weekend, then Father's Day, then 4th of July. Then what we got? We got the kids going back to school. It's back to school sales. Then they back to school. And then, now we in Halloween. Now we run around, it's Thanksgiving. Now it's Black Friday. Now it's Cyber Monday. Now it's Valentine's Day. Now it's fucking America,
Teacher appreciation.
Now they got National Cat Day and all type of crazy shit. Oh, come get a toy at PetSmart for your cat. National Cat Day.
Fuck.
Whatever happened to the 7-Eleven free slushy day?
Oh, that is still alive. 7-Eleven.
Okay, that's the only good one.
Well, that's actually my anniversary date. So.
Oh, it is. That's right.
Yes, sir. So I got married on Slushy Day.
Awesome. You damn sure did.
All right, but let's get some shout outs before we get up out of here, man.
Man, shout out to you, gentlemen. Shout out to today was Dake after dark. You know what I'm saying? That's why his screen really went dark. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I'm about to shut this down early so me and my wife can get some time together. So shout out to you, gentlemen. Appreciate you guys. Always educating, always doing your thing, always being motivating. Keep doing your thing. Shout out to the Denver Nuggets, Boston Celtics, our Miami Heat for making my sports year not as terrible, because I don't want to see the purple and gold win any championships. So shout out to whoever playing on those teams. Please beat the Lakers. Don't let them get anywhere. And that's what I got.
Yeah, thank you. Y'all appreciate that. Yeah, shout out to y'all for sure for another wonderful show. Shout out to, is Murdoch still on the boards?
Nah, Murdoch ain't here. He on the beach.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, fuck you then, Murdoch. I'll just play.
Shout out to Murdoch though. He out there getting that money, man.
That's right, my boy.
He teaching podcasting and production and after school programs.
Damn.
So he out there, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing. San Diego Unified School District. You know what I'm saying? Like we get to dreams around here, man. We don't just talk about shit. You know what I'm saying? The growth of everybody, man. We just gotta keep going. I mean, everybody doing this shit.
Right. Shout out to Murdoch, man. That's dope. Dope for Murdoch. Murdoch is a homie. So yeah, shout out to him for holding us down for all the time he was here, and everybody watching, continuing to fuck with the PolitiKan brand. You know, y'all been seeing us doing different things over the last couple of years. You know, a lot of media events, a lot of different podcasts. You know, we've been all over the place doing all type of shit, throwing shows. So, you know, shout out to everybody that continue to watch our growth and ascension. And I pray everybody keeps on holding us down for our viewership and people that's listening on the audio tip, and watch us continue to, you know, grow and reach our peaks. So shout out to everybody, and happy Mother's Day related to everybody as well.
Yes, sir. So every day I like to watch something motivating, you know, an interview, a motivational speech, you know, an excerpt from a book, just something to refuel me, because you got to do stuff to stay motivated, to stay charged. So, you know, I was watching a Nipsey Hussle interview, and one thing that he said was real. Like, it's exactly like where niggas at. He was like, you know, it came a time where I was on and I was there and I had the momentum, and then, you know, everything went sour. And it had a point where I was pressing, and I had a point where I had to really take 2 steps back so I could take 10 steps forward. And when that happens, those moments right there are going to be the defining moments that are going to show you who you truly are.
Damn. That shit.
And I'm looking back and I'm like, Ronnie, how many times have we reinvented our motherfucking selves?
Count.
How many times have we taken this shit on the chin and kept it pushing like nothing ever happened? Like people who don't even know.
Right.
How many right now we didn't have to take 3 steps back. But now it's time to take 10 steps forward, man. So we ain't going nowhere. You already know what I'm going to do with my life, man. I'm going to get to it. PolitiKan the podcast. We up out of here.
You want to stop me? You're going to have to fucking kill me!
Smoking Dank Sinatra, that's all gas. On the hunt in the tall grass. Intercepting every ball pass, then I run it back, that's a TD. Check the scoreboard, y'all last. We up one, you see me. Pussy niggas wanna talk about it, go to Hellcat, no demon. I be politicking on your broadcast at the red carpet like the famous homie. Ask your bitch, really famous homie, and you know it's in me. It ain't on me. So creative like I made